Hey, what's up? I want to make this quick bonus video and jump a couple numbers down the list of wave multipliers, go to injury prevention. Because with all these paddle workouts and then paddling in the water all the time, you're at risk for repetitive stress injuries, so taking care of your shoulders is super important. As well, with the paddle stroke, you're going against the resistance of the water as you paddle through, and then as you lift your arm up out of the water, you're going against the resistance of gravity. So you don't want to also add the resistance of tight shoulders. So adding this is going to add endurance to your paddle stroke as well as can prevent injuries. Now, the main problem with the most commonly injured part of a surfer is the shoulder. And if you do that, it's going to keep you out of the water. You can't catch any waves. And one of the biggest issues is tearing rotator cuff muscles, and that's a problem that I had. I injured my shoulder shoveling snow, which is a problem up here in Canada. You probably don't have to worry about that in Australia too much, but nonetheless, that's how I injured it. And it was so bad, it went on for years. I was really close to getting shoulder surgery, and I came across this guy named John Kirsch. He's an orthopedic surgeon, and he came up with this super simple exercise that can not only prevent shoulder injury, but it also is the cure for it as well. And just a little side note that to validate these ideas, they did a test in Hawaii where they took 90 people who were suffering from shoulder pain. About half of them were scheduled to get shoulder surgery. All those people were able to cancel their shoulder surgery, as well as a 90-year-old woman, just from this one simple exercise that you can do at home. So this is super valuable stuff. It cured me and it's cured a lot of my friends who are surfers as well. So I'm happy to share with you. So let me just explain how it works. So this is a rudimentary explanation. So so imagine this is your rotator cuff. So this is the inside of your shoulder. And so your arm bone, so that's your bicep, it comes into here and it's attached to all these rotator cuff muscles. And so that's where it bends. That's the pivot point, right? But on top of your shoulder, right across here, it's called the CA arch. So CA stands for a long name that I can't pronounce, but it's a group of tendons. And so this is on top right here. And so if that is rigid and can't bend, which is in most people, the pivot point moves from here to right here. So this becomes a lever. So as you're raising your shoulder, it starts pulling like a lever down and out, or up and out. So it tears at your rotator cuff muscle, and that's how I injured myself, and that's how most people do it. So John Kirsch, the orthopedic surgeon who came up with this method, his explanation of how he had thought it would work was watching his children play on the playground and how they would always be hanging from the monkey bars. So and then his theory is that through evolution, when we used to be monkeys living in the trees, we used to always do that, and as we became civilized, we stopped hanging from overhead, and that's why these CA arches became rigid. So whether or not that's true, if that's the reason, this workout does work and it does stretch that CA arch anyways. So it's super simple. I'm just gonna move this camera over here. So I got an overhead bar here, and so the reason it's called a brachial hang, because brachiating is the way monkeys travel through the trees, swinging from the arm. That way of traveling is called brachiating. So this is called the brachial hang. So you want to go hands above your head, shoulder width apart, palms forward, and you just want to hang. And you want to make your entire body loose. And the only thing tense in your body should be your hands. So I like to move my head back and then let my shoulders come forward. And so you stretch out your shoulders, go completely limp, and you want to feel like your shoulders are pulling out of your sockets a bit, and it'll feel really weird. It's going to stretch in a lot of crazy places, your chest, your collarbone, your armpits, and all on the inside of your tendons, and it's pretty intense, and there can be some pain associated with it, but according to John Kirsch, it's okay. You can't injure your shoulder this way, and he has a book on this. I'll send you a link for it. Anyways, so it is safe to do despite the discomfort that you may feel in the beginning. So you do that for as long as you can, like usually a minute or two, and then you want to take some weights. Now I have these weights here. These are just some Indian clubs. They're 2 pounds. You can also use 1 pound. Now most people don't have 1 pound weights around the house. Good thing you can use like soup cans. You can pick up some rocks or bricks or whatever, and then you just want to do some shoulder raises to the side. So all the way from down, all the way to the top. And then you want to go and do another hang again for as long as you can. Get the weights and do it in the front. So you want to try and get to 50 reps with 1 to 2 pounds. And then you hang again, so 3 times. And the last workout, let me just move this down a bit. The last workout, you want to hinge at the waist, and then you want to lift back like that to about 50 reps. And so if you have shoulder problems and you have shoulder pain today, that's something you want to do every single day. Now, if you don't, if you're doing it preventatively, you want to do it maybe 3 to 5 times a week. Now, for me, when I was injured, I did it every day, and it probably took me, I'm gonna estimate 3 to 4 months for like the clicking and the pain to go away, but I literally cured my shoulder pain, which I was due for surgery. And so this stuff is super, super, super important for catching my waves, for keeping you healthy, keeping you in the water. It cured me. But so if you are just doing preventatively, you don't have to do it every day. But if you are injured, do it every single day. This is one of the most valuable things I could share with you. It really saved my surfing career, and it's also adds to your endurance by loosening up your shoulders and being more healthy. So that's all I got for this video. Make sure you check this out. This is a super critical part of reaching your surfing potential, is taking care of your body.